All right, Mr. TALIAFERRO TV, how's everybody doing out there? Let me set off the disclaimer. There's not really a news element to this video. This is a rant video, and because I've created this platform and it's hip-hop related, I think I had a jurisdiction to do a rant video. So I'm telling y'all now, it's not the news type video that y'all used to from me, or it's not like the TALIAFERRO'S series. If y'all ain't into this content, I'm not mad at you for just leaving the video right now. I'm not mad at you for leaving the video. It's a rant. You about to get 4 to 5 minutes of just me ranting. I'm sorry, y'all. This is on my mind. I seen bad journalism, and I gotta point it out. Like, let me just paint this picture real quick, then I'll get into this about Vic Mensa here. I went to school for journalism. I am not a genius by any regard. I like telling people this. I like people knowing my story. This shit means something to me. I am from Memphis, Tennessee. All right? I grew up in the area I grew up in Raleigh. All right? Anybody that knows Memphis knows I grew up in an area where it was considered to be in a poverty-infested area. It's a poverty-infested area, meaning I was eligible for a scholarship. The scholarship that I got me to Tennessee, right? The reason why I was able to get this scholarship is because they're trying to grow their minorities at the school. I'm black, I'm a minority, it's a predominantly white institution. I am no genius, all right? I said all that because it matters to me. Like, this is all context to what I'm about to say. I went to college, I studied journalism. All right? When I got to college, I was like, oh shit, I ain't really been shit my whole life. I ain't really been focused. I'm kind of smart. I'm not a genius or nothing like that, but I got a clean slate to be a better me. I get to college, I look at this opportunity, I'm like, okay, I can be a journalism student and maybe live out my dreams. I'm a producer at college, is lit. Like, I'm a black. I got tattoos on me everywhere. Like, they like, yo, you need to be a producer. We like your mind. Like, I'm like, shit, damn. I get offered a position at ESPN. I go check it out. I go work for a few months. Like, yo, bro, I ain't no genius. I come from nothing. I said all that to say, when I see bad journalism, I'm going to speak on it because I went to school for this shit. I studied this shit. And what I'm seeing the media do, hip-hop media do, I'm watching bad journalism from a lot of outlets right now. Okay, now y'all could go ahead and timestamp it at 2:25. This is when this video begins. Vic Mensa is doing interviews for a new project. Matter of fact, I hope y'all go listen to the new project. I'm gonna check it out. The project's called Hooligans. I can't wait to listen to it. I think Vic Mensa can rap, right? He can rap. So Vic Mensa has his project out, Hooligans. He's doing interviews. He's at all the top radio stations. I'm not going to specify an outlet. I'm not going to even say one specific outlet because I'm disappointed in all the outlets. Vic Mensa is doing interviews right now, and I feel like every media outlet is dodging questions that they should be asking. They're trying to tiptoe around certain questions with Vic Mensa. So let's back. Vic Mensa has been in the news. Why has Vic Mensa been in the news over the last few months? Okay, we already know XXXTentacion got shot and killed, and we had to watch that crap on social media. I like telling people who I am as a hip-hop fan. All right, I'm a fan before anything else. I am not an XXXTentacion fan. I was not a fan of his music when he was alive. I'm not finna act like I was that then. I'm a down south dude. I listen to all music. But after this kid was killed, I have had chance to go back and listen to a couple records, and I do see some talent in this kid that got killed too soon. He had some talent in him. I admit that. And I didn't see that when he was alive because I never really just deep dived into his music. His image kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Right? I said that to say this kid was killed, and Vic Mensa was asked to do a BET Cypher for the BET Hip Hop Awards. It's done every year. It's usually shot a couple months before the awards show. It's edited and all that stuff. Vic Mensa did a BET Cypher, and in the Cypher, he took a jab at XXXTentacion and him putting hands on women. All right, it's a little jab, a bar or two, but it's at the fact that X had some very serious allegations over his head while he was alive over him putting his hands on a former girlfriend. And I've read the court documents. It is nasty. All right, what this woman alleged him of doing, X, look, I know he's not here, but it is nasty. And if he did these things, that wasn't good. All right, that was not what good, in my opinion, that's not what good human beings do. All right, I want y'all to understand this. I don't condone violence from anyone putting their hands on women. I'm not that dude. You ain't gonna get that little sugarcoat shit on my outlet. Man, maybe if she do this, you should. Nope. I look at it like if a man put his hands on a woman, he's scared. He wouldn't. Most men I've known in my life to put hands on women, they're afraid to put hands on men because they probably would get their ass whooped. That's who I am. It is what it is. You either like me or you don't. All right. We get past, Vic Mensa does this cipher. It's aired. I don't even criticize Vic Mensa for having this cipher played while X's mom is there as she accepted Best New Artist on his behalf. He didn't know. I don't criticize Vic Mensa for that. He didn't know that X's mom would be there. He shot the thing 2 months ago. How was he supposed to know that the man's mom was going to be there accepting the war? I don't give Vic Mensa slack for that like a lot of people do. I don't give him slack for that. He didn't know. What I do criticize Vic Mensa for, and I'm listening to all these news radio outlets, they're just skipping over this question. They're kind of sugarcoating it. They're tiptoeing. I'm like, what the fuck? You got questions right in your face that need to be asked. First and foremost, I got 2 concerns with Vic. Why do you think you're the spokesperson for this situation? The reason why I bring that up, to me, I thought it was quite hypocritical. If you listen to any of Vic Mensa's music in the past, you would know in previous projects, he's discussed music and he's discussed incidents in which he has put hands on a woman. Not my words, these are Vic Mensa's. Now, to be fair to Vic Mensa, he has acknowledged that he has learned from his mistakes and he has grown as a person. I'm bigging that up. Anybody that learns from their mistakes, listen, life is about second chances, right? Again, I got a no tolerance for men that put their hands on women. I could never do that. Vic Mensa said he made a mistake. My thing is, I don't know if you should be the spokesman. It rubs me the wrong way when somebody like Vic becomes the spokesman for, like, yo, rappers shouldn't be rapping about this. Because essentially what Vic was rapping about in this cipher was X ain't a legend, right? He shouldn't be looked at as a legend. X got a lot of young fans that support his music, and then he passed. They even made him a bigger deal. And like, Vic is like, this dude shouldn't be a legend. He put his hands on a woman. My thing is, Vic, you put your hands on a woman. I don't think you should be the lead guy for this cause, all right? If I found out Martin Luther King back in the day was like behind closed doors a white supremacist, I don't care if he was fighting for black rights, I would have looked at him away. All right, if I would have found out some other things, like you would look at these people a certain way if you found out they wasn't down for the cause at the core elements of themselves. I just kind of feel funny when a guy who, again, everybody is kind of, you know, maybe he feels as though this is his field to speak on because he has experience in it. I just personally feel funny when a man who's put his hand on a woman before, admitted it, made it and put it in music, profited off of it. I feel funny when that guy now tries to tell a guy who's dead, might I add as well, try to tell that guy who's dead, who he had the opportunity to say this while this kid was alive, that those documents were available when X was alive. I don't like how Vic is coming at that guy about that situation when he has had his own transgressions in that field similarly. I don't know. I'm not saying what degree is what. I'm not saying X was more violent than Vic. I'm not saying Vic was more violent to a woman than X. To me, once you cross that line and put your hands on a woman, you get grouped in the same field to me. All right, that's where I put you. It is what it is. Again, any judgment I get, it's on me. Now, the second thing I didn't like, and to me, one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life, is I don't like how hip hop plays the favors game. I don't like that. I don't like how it's this narrative, and I've kind of seen this my whole life, right? Cool kids always get a pass. I don't like this, and y'all know I'm not lying about this shit, right? Y'all pay me y'all pay my bills with advertisement. I'm just being honest. Y'all want me to keep it real or not? I don't like this little cool kids get the pass. All my life, you know, I tell people I've never been lame, but I've never been the coolest dude in the room. Never been coolest dude in the room. I wasn't a hooper, nothing. Nope, not me. I didn't cop shoes. I didn't have the money. Nope, it wasn't me. I don't like this narrative, like, if you're cool, you get a pass. If Vic Mensa wanted to bring up violence in hip hop, right? There are thousands of other examples he could have used. If he needed to get that bar up about domestic violence or about rappers being deemed a legend, but they put their hands on a woman, why couldn't you use any artist that was alive? And why are no outlets asking him that question straight up and down? Why are y'all sugarcoating around this? There are many outlets available right now. There are many artists available right now, in which you could have brought up if you want to play that game, okay, there are thousands of other examples you could have used. All right, Vic, you want to use a bar about Somebody putting their hands on women or doing something nasty to women? You're from Chicago. Y'all got one of the nastiest men, allegedly, from y'all city, who's a big-time public figure in R. Kelly. Why you ain't use a bar with R. Kelly to get that off during the BET Cypher? All right, you didn't want to use R. Kelly. He's an older artist. You probably grew up on R. Kelly. I'm fine with that. Look, and I'm not trying to call Vic Mensa out. This is just what it is, bro. Like, okay, we've seen video footage of an incident involving NBA YoungBoy. Okay. Fabulous was on camera with an altercation, and I'm not justifying any of these situations. Again, these are incidents in hip-hop where we've seen aggressive behavior towards a woman, and all of it's wrong. We got Famous Dex on camera. There are thousands of other bars where rappers have literally admitted to putting their hands on women, or shoot, we got artists saying I put a Molly in her champagne and she didn't even know it, or all in her drink or whatever. Like, yo, there are thousands of ways you could have attacked this issue. Why did you pick on the guy who, to me, with the core hip hop old heads, X wasn't deemed a cool guy. He wasn't in yet. People weren't rocking with him like that. He wasn't getting a lot of stamps from the older crew. Again, X, and to be fair, X had rubbed people the wrong way when he came home from jail. He was already locked up for something super serious. He came home and he was talking all that ish about Drake. He was taunting Drake and on the internet. I get it. They didn't like X. But to me, for Vic to pick on X and he was dead, use that as an example, when you got thousands of examples of people who are living, who maybe had their share of domestic disputes. I'm talking about any case. It didn't even have to be a celebrity. Like, yo, there are thousands of ways he could have got that bar off, to me, and been effective. Right? It probably wouldn't have had the media attention that X, using X's name, does. But if it's about the music, you could have got that bar off 1,000 ways. You chose to pick on, not only to me, was cowardly for two things. I'm not calling the Vic account a coward. I just thought this action was cowardly. Number one, you picked on the guy who's the kid who once was your age when you did Vic and X were around the same age when they both allegedly put their hands on women, right? Why you pick on the young kid who didn't even have a chance to grow up? Number two, he's dead. X is no longer here to tell his story or defend himself, right? And he ain't even been tried yet. Like, he didn't even get a chance to go to court and face the judge in the courtroom. Like, so you pretty much just going at your leisure of a guy who's technically an innocent man and he was never proven guilty. To me, I feel like outlets should be pressing Vic Mensa a lot more in this. I'm sorry. Y'all giving him a pass. I get it. Y'all like Vic Mensa. He's Rock Nation. I get it. He's one of Jay-Z's cosigns. I can make a case he's been Jay-Z's biggest cosign outside of Meek Mill in the last 3 or 4 years. Remember, Jay-Z went on a 444 tour right before the On the Run 2 tour with Beyonce over the summer. He went on that 444 tour last year, and while he was performing in front of in country, apologizing to Beyonce for cheating, he had an opening act. He had one act. That opening act was Vic Mensa. I was told that Jay-Z really respects and loves him some Vic Mensa. He loves some Vic. All right? And I get it. Y'all got connections and relationships towards Jay. Y'all don't want to ruin that or fracture those relationships. But damn, bro, this journalism one-on-one, bro. I ain't in the position yet to command a 30, 35-minute interview sit-down format with Vic Mensa. I will be soon. Well, I don't work for a radio station yet. Let me just say that, because I do believe that I have a powerful enough brand to interview Vic Mensa. I just don't have that set up yet where I got somebody booking that or whatever. Right? So I'm just saying, I'm looking at journalism like, yo, radio stations, y'all clearly choosing sides. Y'all clearly are giving this dude a break. To me, I just don't see how you could. This is journalism one-on-one. That question is literally lobbed up to you guys, how that situation played out. And y'all are choosing to avoid that out of respect for Vic Mensa and his career. To me, when he didn't have that same respect for a dead man in XXXTentacion. I don't get that. I ain't rolling. And I'm not one of the kids. Y'all know me. I'm mature enough to have these type conversations. So I'm kind of upset. I'm a mature talker. I get it. I'm 24. Everybody tells me I think much older than 24. I can have these conversations. I get the youth, But I also get the other side of that because I hung out with a lot of older people. That ain't right, bro. And the youth deserve their voice to be heard. I'm kind of speaking up for this one in that regard, and I rarely do that. That ain't right, bro. You had 1,000 other ways you could have went about that in hip hop. If you had to get it off in hip hop, you chose a dead man. What you don't get no points for that shit. You chose a dead man whose name's got a lot of clickbait value to it. That is the reality of the situation. And you got experience in that field. I ain't rolling, bro. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. If you made it this far in my rant video, you real. You real for real. You really rock with me because this was just a rant that I wanted to get off my chest. It's up in the atmosphere. I'm just leaving it posted. I have nothing but respect for Vic Mensa and his craft, which is music. But I just don't agree with that. Nope. I can't agree with that one, bro. And I'd be remiss to not give my people the real what was on my mind. And that one was on my mind. I wasn't feeling that at all. Thank y'all so much for the time, love, support. I don't take it for granted. Salute. I'm out.